Hey, have you ever been behind a car? And I'm talking about it's rusted out, gutted. It looked like it's a 72 get out and push. And they be having them 30-day banger plates on there. You like, somebody paid money for this. Somebody went to the lot and was like, give me that one. The one with the rust spots on it.
Cuz and Cocktails Podcast. Cuz and Cocktails Podcast. Cuz and Cocktails Podcast. Hey, that's rude. That's rhyme. Like Steph and LeBron. Cuz and Cocktails.
There's no need to be afraid.
From the NBA to the MLB, we cover all sports, every team, every league. Quote of the day, cocktail of the week. That's Monday at noon every single week. We always do a fact check when it comes to stat sheets, trades, max contracts, MVPs and injuries. 24 hours, 8 days a week, 81 days a year. Rest in peace, Kobe. Professional, college, high school, and little league. Stay tuned for cocktail of the week. A mojito, margarita, or daiquiri, and no other podcast do it like we. That's 'cause we do.
Back again, we're here for another episode. It is the Cousins and Cocktails Podcast. I'm Ron, this Rube. Say what up, Rube.
What's going on? We're back in for another. Sit back, relax, get your cocktail ready for your soon-to-be favorite podcast.
And if it ain't already, what the hell is wrong with you? What's going on, Rube?
Just been chilling. Getting ready for the Bahamas.
Man, I can't wait. The temperature done changed.
Right.
We done went and cut the heat on in the house. I can't wait to get on that boat. Yeah. But, okay, first topic of the week. Let's start it off right out the gate. First of all, let's go ahead and give them their flowers. The season may be over. However, we are very proud of you. Give it up one time for the Cleveland Browns.
I think it was actually a great season because they wasn't picked to finish to win that division.
Yeah, most of them had them like third.
Because they had the White Sox and the Twins in front of them. Mm-hmm. So they won a division, which is great. They swept their wild card round.
Yep.
And then they took the Yankees to all 5 games.
Yeah.
And like I say, like you were talking about, the Yankees, if they bomb one on you, it's going to take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
And I still give it up to y'all because y'all did a hell of a job this season. Mm-hmm. Tito can coach his butt off.
Yeah.
He is one of the masterminds in baseball.
Yeah, you know they trying to bring a little heat on Tito though, because since that game got postponed, that gave another day of rest. And a lot of people was questioning
instead of Bieber.
Yeah, should they went ahead and started Bieber. But then he did say he was trying to look out for Bieber's future, and he didn't want to risk him getting an injury or something on only 3 days rest.
Right.
You know, Bieber's already coming off of a shoulder injury from last year, so you know something would have happened in the playoffs, and now you got a shoulder and an elbow. And, you know, he hasn't had that big-time contract yet either.
Right.
So he was kind of trying to look out for him. I get that. But at the same time, like, it was all or nothing. So, you know, it can go either way. It was probably a good thing that he didn't play him because if you look at him, even if the Guardians would have advanced, the last 2 nights in a row, they would have had games anyway.
Right, yeah.
So he probably wouldn't have got a rest for a long time.
Anyway. Yeah, and you would have needed Bieber going into the ALCS anyway. So you didn't want to burn him out because you want him to pitch at least twice in the ALCS. So
and truth be told, Houston swinging that bat just like the Yankees are. Yeah. Because you know, fair or not, everything's a question with them now. But they still swing a mean bat. And truth be told, like Houston's a good team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They probably going back.
The only thing I don't like about Houston, to be quite honest, is that Michael Bradley went down there.
That wasn't his fault though.
I don't care. You should have stayed with Cleveland.
I still don't like who's old boy who didn't want his jersey to get ripped off. He was across the home plate.
What is his name?
I know I see his face on the top. I know Altuve.
Yeah, Jose Altuve.
I don't like Altuve. Yeah. But either way, like I said, I feel like that season was a success.
Yeah.
Youngest team in baseball.
The lowest payroll in baseball.
Lowest payroll in baseball. So. Seemed like the world was against us. Why it always got to be Cleveland versus the world? No matter what sport it is, whether it's the Browns, the Cavs don't so much get that hate.
Yeah,
but then the same thing with the Guardians. They mad because we play small ball, because we play fundamentally sound baseball. Call us a small market team. It's always Cleveland versus the world.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll be back next year. Yeah. We ain't never get. We like.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
We like that toe fungus. You'll see us again next year in the building. I feel like it's cheap. Me and my dad had this conversation the other day. Why is it that all the baseball stadiums ain't created the same size? Like, you know what I'm saying? When the Yankees play, man, you could damn near bunt a home run to the right field wall in the Yankee Stadium,
Same
and that's
thing,
where everybody hit the home runs in the Yankee Stadium. It's on the right hand side. How come in the
Yeah.
right hand side at Yankee Stadium that wall is like 250 feet away, but then the Guardian Stadium on the right hand side it's like 300 feet away,
Yeah.
and if you go to Houston, it may be like 325, and if you at the Dodgers, it might be like 375. How is it that the dimensions of every baseball stadium is not the same?
That's why they say it's a hitter's park and a pitcher's park.
Yes.
And like same thing with the Red Sox stadium. That,
Yeah,
that
the
low
Green
wall,
Monster.
and then you
Yeah.
got the Green Monster on
Yeah.
one side. It's like
And the wall to the Green Monster is only like 220.
Yeah,
but it's
but
just
that's
high
high,
as hell. So
yeah.
you got to hit the ball high if you get it on the left
and,
side.
who park it? Houston is like that too. The Minute Maid Park. They took out the hill in the center field. There used to be a hill back there, so that was like 470.
Yeah, like you
to
used to
get
have
it
to hit the shit out that ball, and you should have hit a home run if you hit it to dead center.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, could you imagine that in basketball? Like imagine you go play in Chicago, the rim is 12 feet high.
Right.
So you better get on. You better. It's a shooter's rim in Chicago. But then if you go down to Memphis, like that rim only 9 foot, only 9.5. So everybody doing windmill 360 dunk because the rim ain't as high.
Right.
Or then when you go to Golden State, the 3-point line is 3 inches closer. So everybody shooting threes.
Yeah.
And if you go somewhere like, I don't know, Cleveland where we play defense, that 3-point line is like 3 feet back. So ain't
Right.
nobody making no three. Could you imagine that in basketball?
Yeah,
How do they get away with that in
that'd be
baseball?
crazy. Yeah.
I just can't get past that. Rude. I'm sorry. I keep on looking down. It is my week. Well, you know I am happy. What are we drinking this week, Rude?
Oh man, we got some of that Douce. You see what it is? Y'all know what it is.
Yes, sir.
It's one of your fine cognacs. So Douce, if you don't know, is 40% by volume. It's a cognac. It's one of the better cognacs out there.
Yes, sir.
What would you say it's comparable to?
Hennessy
Hennessy
or
Cavassier?
yeah, but it's better than both of them.
Yeah.
It's probably comparable to Hennessy.
Yeah, so we're going to do like we always do. We'll take a quick shot of this. Got a quick cocktail this week. You will see that in a moment. But let me go ahead and pour up a shot.
Please and thank you. Like, I don't know why I'm so excited. And it's crazy. Maybe because this is how you feel during whiskey week.
Right.
Because you are a whiskey connoisseur. And I'd be like, yeah, whiskey, yes or no. But I, on the other hand, I love me some cognac. I love Crown. I'm not so much of a Henny guy. I like Remy.
You would take it if it's there, huh?
That's the champagne of cognac. And I'm a Douce man. Now, shout out to any of my people in Colorado. There is a liquor store in Denver, Colorado. If you ever go, Montbello Liquors. I promise you they have the cheapest alcohol south of the Canadian border. This bottle right here at Montbello Barbers, at Montbello Liquor Store in Denver, this will probably run you like $37. If that. Between 32 and 37. Around here, between Nomadine and the Western, this right here is going to run your little 50 fin cousin. I don't know what it is about Ohio. They be waxing for the Douce out here.
And I believe the reason
Supply and demand.
that it's higher here because we're on the Great Lakes and we have to take emissions tests. So it's called a syntax.
What the hell?
It's called a syntax. So
Okay.
the syntax that we pay goes towards the emission test, so you won't have to pay for emission tests anymore. So emission tests are free now.
So they built that in.
Yes.
That's why we don't.
That's why
emission?
if you drink or smoke, you are paying for everybody's emission test.
I never knew that. I heard now every time I heard syntax, I always thought alcoholic casinos.
Yep.
I never knew it was so we didn't have to pay for admissions.
Yep. If you live in the Great Lakes states, you got a syntax.
Give me. Hey, I don't know who signed off for this. Clearly, this was before I moved back to Cleveland because I would have never
just
signed.
happened, probably like 8 years ago.
I would have never signed off. You get your emissions test like once every 3-4 years. So why pay extra on your alcohol that you consume weekly for an emissions test that you only gonna take every 3 or 4 years?
And emission test was only like $30.
And while we on the subject of emission tests, have you seen some of these raggedy ass cars? Like, hey, have you ever been behind a car, and I'm talking about it's rusted out, gutted. It looked like it's a 72 get out and push. And they be having them 30-day banger plays on there. You be like, somebody paid money for this. Somebody went to the lot and was like, give me that one. The one with the rust spots on it. The one with the muffler hanging on by the wire hanger.
Right. Sounds like somebody shooting at you when you pull up.
And somebody actually paid money for. I think about that all the time, bro. I will see these raggedy cars. And I'm like, I cannot believe somebody actually reached into their wallet and paid some money for that raggedy ass car. I got a drink on that one.
That's a smooth cognac.
Hey, I drank that way too much because that was like taking a swig of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's a smooth cognac. And me myself, never had Douce straight.
First time?
First time. And this is a very smooth cognac.
You know what? The very first time I had it, that is actually what made me gravitate to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so smooth without needing nothing at all. Like if you just a neat pour,
right?
It ain't something like you about to chug, but it's like like you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
like it's smooth.
I wouldn't say shot these. This is more of a neat or on the rocks pour and sip, like watching the game or kicking back with your fellas or your ladies, if y'all like cognac. And it's a very good cognac. It's even better out of Cousins and Cocktails glass.
And where can you get them?
You can get those if you go ahead and hit us up in the
below.
comment section below. Let us know. Get you a few of these, a couple hundred.
Yeah,
maybe one.
We will personally send you those. There'll be a little note inside that says "Thank you," straight from Cousins and Cocktails. Aha! But I have something for you, Rube.
Okay.
A Cousins and Cocktails head-to-head battle. You didn't even know I had this one. So we have got the Remy 1738.
Okay.
Wow.
So now let's do a head-to-head comparison. Straight out the bottle. Seal ain't been broken yet.
This is a Cousins and Cocktails first.
We're gonna do this 1738 versus the Douce.
Okay.
Just a little swallow of that.
A little chug of love.
Here we go. Now,
Off the bat, this 1738 smells sweeter than the Douce. Yeah.
let me see.
Got a more caramel hint off of this 1738.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't smell nothing but lotion. Bro, you might have to go ahead and give him the sniff test.
Yeah, this smell more like a oak, like it was in a barrel. And this 1738 smell more like it was distilled and like the tin distillery, and it got like a strong caramel.
Yeah, now you know Remy VSOP is fine cognac champagne. So they mix a little hint of champagne with their cognac.
That's probably why
And that's why
that
it's
sweetness coming through.
That's why it's a little sweet. Go ahead, hit that one time. See what you're talking about.
All right.
Definitely a distinct taste. Different. Not even in the same category.
No.
Smooth altogether. However, the taste, definitely different.
And you get a bite out of this 1738.
So you feel like that 1738 is stronger than that?
Yeah. But like again, 1730 Remy, I had Remy before. Remy is not something you're gonna shot. You're gonna sip the same way, neat or on the rocks. Either one you go with it is not a bad pull. But personally, for just like neat pours, I'm always gonna take the Douce.
Bet. Well, and there you have that. Either way, you're not losing with either one.
No, and it's like I said before, it tastes better in the cocktail glass.
Either way you go, make sure you bring your wallet with you because that ain't no bottom shelf.
Right.
Right there. It's gonna hit you a little bit for that one. Okay, now that we've gone ahead and get a Guardians Day flower, though, I digress. It is week 1 of the NBA season. Rube's favorite sport. Look at him. Look, he already bounces up. He cannot contain his assignment. Go ahead, Rube. Week 1 out the gate. What you think so far?
So week 1 out the gate, I watched 6 games this week. I watched the opening night Pelicans. I watched the Cavs. I watched the Lakers. I watched the Bucks and the Sixers. I watched the Sixers.
Did you work this week?
I watched the Sixers and their opening game as well.
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited. I'm excited just because it's hoop season now.
Mm.
But my Lakers ain't looking too good.
Nope.
Man. They're looking bad. The Cavs looked good.
Anybody who need a house built, hey, go to LA. House is going for cheap in LA right now because Russell got all the bricks.
and the funny thing about it is not just him.
Russ got all the bricks. Your boy went 0 for 11.
Did you know that they have the worst shooting percentage from 3 in NBA history over 2 games?
It's still ever. Hey, that's the way the team was constructed. I'm glad you say that, though. I'm glad you say that. Rube, do you remember, was it last episode or episode before, we was talking about training camp and does it make a difference? And remember, I was watching this Lakers thing, and there was 2 dudes over there, they was busting and they couldn't miss. And I'm like, these guys better get started. They better be starting.
Right.
And now look what you said. Building houses out there. Can't throw a rock in the ocean.
It is looking bad.
Yeah. Hey, man.
But on the bright side, the Cavaliers look good.
Yeah, even though they lost.
They down Garland after 1 game.
Hey, this is all Garland had to do. So go ahead, chop up in the eye. That's all you had to do.
Yeah,
that's all you had to do.
They down Garland after 1 game.
Yeah, man, gave my dude the eye jammy.
Yeah. But on the bright side, Mitchell looked fabulous.
Yes, he did.
Evan Mobley moving better off that ankle injury.
You see Evan Mobley start out the game busting from beyond
the
arc?
I'm telling you, listen to me, guys.
Go ahead, give it to him, Rude. Give it to him, Rude.
Evan Mobley, within the next 4 years, will be top 5 in the NBA.
Whoa. All positions.
All positions.
Okay.
He is that good. Like, his potential is super high. He's Kevin Durant. Listen, he's Kevin Durant without the handle and without the flame.
All right, so wait a minute. Kevin Durant without the handle and the flame ain't Kevin Durant.
But I'm saying, you got to think. Like I told you, Kevin Durant came out like a baby deer with a giraffe with long limbs.
Yeah.
That's how he reminded me of Kevin Durant from Seattle.
I want him to be like Toronto Chris Bosh. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me Toronto Chris Bosh, and I'm good.
Or either
Miami Chris Bosh.
You can really give me Porzingis New York, and I'm fine with that because Porzingis in New York, he was way different than what he is.
He was balling too. And but to me, and crazy how this sounds, even though he's won the MVP, I see, to me, the ceiling for Mobley is higher than it is for Giannis. Because
I can say so.
Because Giannis is just athletic and long.
Yeah.
Giannis handle ain't all that. The man travel every damn game with them long legs. I mean, this dude, he take 18 gather steps. Every time he try to do a move, he travel every time. And he just got long arms and long legs. He's just athletic. His shot is horrible. He can't shoot consistently to save his life. His free throws is trash sometimes. He's just athletic and long. That's it. He grew into some muscles because when he came to the league, he was skinny as hell.
Yeah, he was like a deer.
To me, Mobley's ceiling, if he was just to put in the work and get more muscular, he would be dogging a Greek freak.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, so it's naturally way better.
Exactly. That's why I say I would give him top 5 in the next 4 years if he continued to grow.
Yeah.
Because you think about the top 5 now, like with KD,
any position,
Giannis, like with all them. KD in 5 years, KD will be what, 39?
30 something.
So KD would be 39 in 5 years. LeBron will be out the league in 5 years.
Maybe. LeBron got vibranium in his muscles.
Then the Greek freak would be 33. Steph will be on the back end of 30, 38. So in 5 years, I could see Evan Mobley being top 5 in the NBA. And
so if Evan Mobley is top 5 in the NBA in 5 years, do we have a payroll still with Mobley on the squad,
Garland
on the squad,
Mitchell
on the squad, Allen on the squad? Somebody got to go.
You know what?
Because we're not paying a top 5 player plus those other 3.
You know what? I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because when we had LeBron and Kevin Love and Kyrie. Our owner show he'll go in his pockets to win the championship.
Oh yeah, he gonna pay that luxury.
Yeah, he'll go in his pockets to win the championship. So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about what they're gonna put around them. So that's my
need some
my
key
thing.
role-
Yeah,
need
some
some
key
key
role
role
players. You would need some key role players. But with that being said, with the Cavs, looking at the East, like Ginobili, I mean not Ginobili, Embiid, and Brooklyn ain't looking too hot.
I think
And
I'm not going to jump down Brooklyn throat.
I'm not either. I'm
Because
just saying,
I
like
feel
first
like-
game.
I feel like Brooklyn is going to be a force after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
They the team, especially with in the off season. Am I getting traded? Is he not getting traded?
Right,
Is Kyrie
yeah.
going out? Do he not going out? Is KD coming back? Is he not coming back? Is Ben Simmons playing at all, or is
Right,
he not
or he
playing?
not playing, right.
I feel like that's a team that after the All-Star break, when everything gets solidified, and
That
you know
ratchet
ain't nobody
everything
else
up.
getting traded and stuff like that, and you know this is your squad, and they got 20, 30 games underneath the belt,
Right.
40 games under the belt, then that's where you're going to see the best of Brooklyn
But
after the All-Star break.
with me saying all that, like Philly and Philly, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Toronto, Miami.
That's-
I still think the Cavs is like a lock for a minimum 6 seed. Like,
well, I don't know. Let's look at 1 through 6.
mhm.
You probably got the way they played. Boston looked like they won.
Yeah, I forgot about Boston too. Yeah,
Boston looked like a 1. It's a possibility for depending on how they gel. Philly might be a 2.
mm-hmm.
Okay, then you got Miami, who is well coached with a good core.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be a 3. Then you got probably like I said, by the All-State, Brooklyn's coming in as probably a 4. You still got Milwaukee, who's either a 3 or 4 or 5. So, you know, those are all teams right now on paper and who we've seen through history who I think are better suited than the Cavs right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that's why I say I could
that's
lock them as a
5.
6 because I don't see Atlanta being as better than us. I don't see Toronto being better than
Atlanta
us.
been to the playoffs the last 2 years, though, so you can't just knock them off.
Well, they didn't go last year.
They did go. They beat us.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
they beat us in
play-in
the
game.
play. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Atlanta's been the last 2 years, so until how my boy Ric Flair said, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man, and we ain't beat him. So right now, Atlanta is still above us. So that means at least
And
that's
Toronto.
That's 6 teams, and that's 7 teams.
But I still the way the Cavs play look and the way they play, I still think they got a chance to be top 6.
Again, the biggest thing for the Cavs this year is going to be injuries. If
Yeah.
we can just stay healthy, we'll be good.
Yeah, injuries is always a major thing across the league. Period.
Yep.
And
Stay
one
healthy.
last thing I wanted to touch on that my man is to the left of me here. He wasn't too keen on. Y'all see Zion Williamson? Zion is out there looking like a man child. He running
One
through
game.
dudes.
One
man.
game.
Hey,
One game.
Zion will be an All-Star and All-NBA this year.
Drink on that.
He will be if healthy. He'll be an All-Star and All-NBA.
That's a big if. a big if. I did not see. I seen Zion score a couple points.
No, I'm out.
I did see him score a point. Here's my knock on Zion, real quick. Your boy is very, very left hand dominant.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna have to get a right hand in there
Julius Randle.
somewhere. Somewhere, Zion. Come on, at least pump fake to the right. If anybody takes away this man's left, he gonna be on struggle street for real.
But I can't say that because Chris Paul handle is better than him. Because Chris Paul is like dumb right hand dumb.
Chris Paul is a point guard. Zion Williamson is very left hand dominant. That's number 1. Number 2, he scored a couple points. I did not see the explosiveness still. I did not see. I seen a couple
Everything was
layups.
he was going through guys though.
Yeah, well, he weighed 800 pounds. You're
Like,
supposed
he
to
was
go
going
through
through
guys.
him. Like I'm like, man, this
The round mound of rebounds.
is he look. That's who he looked like. He looked like
Charles
old Barkley.
Hey, I said from the time he got drafted that my icon for him was Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he looked like Barkley in Philly.
I don't know. Barkley in Philly was a little bit more athletic than Zion. He looked like Barkley in Phoenix.
But I
When he
take
was
that
playing
one
with
too.
Dan Marley.
That Barkley
He don't
was
look
nice,
like
too.
he don't look like the Barkley that was over there playing with Moses Malone and stuff. Because that Barkley was athletic as hell. You need to go back and watch some of them highlights.
But Zion athletic, man.
I wanna get some wind up underneath you. Let me see you jump a little bit.
I'm on the Zion train.
Let me see that train may not lead the tracks, Rue. May not lead the tracks. NFL.